Hey Greg, will a hat like this make us look cool?
I'm afraid not, but a drink like this will.
Caddie Cocktails, from the back nine to the backyard.
All right, welcome to the next episode of Caddie Confidential. We're here with Kevin Na and Kenny Harms. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Chilling.
So we're gonna ask you a few questions, get to know a little bit about your relationship, the background there, and then just we're gonna play a fun game at the end. But first and foremost, you guys have been together now for over a decade, correct?
14 years, that's the way I know it.
14 years.
Love at first sight.
How do you guys put up with each other after all these years?
We do get to spend some time away from each other.
Yeah.
Live golf is definitely gonna help with only 14 events.
I know the story here, but let's talk through like how you guys met and how this started off for you guys.
2008, I was supposed to work for a guy at the Canadian Open. I was working for Hale Irwin at the time for the last 8 years, and went up there, and the guy I was supposed to work for was like 13th alternate. And a friend of ours, Steve Holka, I went to walk the golf course, and he called me up and said, "Hey, Kevin Na's caddy's not going to make it. Can you work for him?" I said, "Absolutely."
Yeah.
And
I heard the story was Steve Holka called and said, "Hey, I got this stud. Do you want to caddy for this guy? We won't even tell you his name, but he's a stud."
Yeah. You guys tied 8 that week, and was it?
We did.
Did you know right then, like, hey, this is my guy?
Yeah, I remember I had a good week that week. I played really well, and I asked him if he had some open weeks and that he can caddy for me and for some of the events for the rest of the year. I think you caddied for 5 events that year.
Yeah, 5 times.
And at the end of the year, I was like, what the hell? Might as well ask him, see if he's available. And it's like, hey, can you caddy for me next year? I know you're working for Hale, but I don't know what your situation's like. He's like, we'll talk.
They played a little hard to get.
Yeah, you did. You started playing the hard ball.
I remember exactly where it was, too. It was in New York.
Was it?
Yeah, at that Indian. So I'm like, dude, think about it for a couple weeks. And so then we'll have dinner when we get to Vegas.
Oh, yeah, I remember the Vegas part. And he's like, this is what I want. I was like, okay.
Well,
Till this day, I regret it.
paid off though 14 years later, so no, it's so through all those years, I mean, there's lots of ups and downs obviously in any career, especially in golf, week to week, probably most of the case. But 2 of my favorite moments with you guys have both come at Colonial. So obviously the one that I'll start with is I wanted to talk through kind of situations where maybe Kenny, you had a play and you were really confident about it, but Kevin went against what you were thinking, kind of the outcome of that. And I know there's that one situation at Colonial where you're trying to talk him out of a club, you're going to go too long.
Yeah.
And the back and forth was hilarious. You ended up making the choice, didn't hit the green, you went long, but then you hold it out for birdie, and then the rest was history. So
we have that kind of conversation all the time.
Yeah.
That one just happened to be on air, and it was, Mike was close enough to for them to hear. And I had a barrel. It was in the rough, but it was bare, so I felt like I can hit it around the tree and get it somewhere on the green. And I had a good score going. I think I was 8 under to that point. No, I was 7 under at that point. And I'm thinking, get it on the green, shoot 7 under. I just don't want to finish with a bogey.
Yeah.
And I looked at Kenny. He goes, "Hey, you think I can get 4 iron around this tree?" And he goes, "No." He goes, "No." He goes, "Long's dead, right's dead, short's dead." I go, "Well, I can hit it on the green." He's like, "Do you like the 4 or the 3?" And he's like, "Neither."
Yeah, I want him to lay up.
And we have that kind of conversation all the time. And I actually listen to a lot what he has to say, and I'll a lot of times he'll give me the hard no, and sometimes I ask, does that mean try harder, or is that like a no? And sometimes he'll say, where the F you going with that club? And I'll lay up.
Yeah.
But sometimes, once in a while, I'll just be like, you know what, I'm going.
Yeah. It was great to see. I mean, roles reversed now when you're going through it. I mean, has there been a time where, he's given you some advice that sticks out that wasn't the right call, or just kind of some fun back and forth?
14 years, I had 1 incorrect yardage. That's not bad.
1, huh?
Yeah, I've been backed off a few shots. It's like, whoa, I don't have it that right yet, but
that's impressive.
Tell them which one it was, where it was.
So we were playing at CJ Cup in Vegas.
Okay.
We were in like
At Summit or at
50th
the,
Summit. Yeah.
I was like in 49th place. Dude.
Okay, he
Come
was
on.
in 49th place. 49th place, and I just gave him the number, and it was 103 to the front and 30, and I gave him 123.
Oh, okay.
And
It was at least off by 10. It might have been
unfortunately, it was like, unless we're in contention, it's like, there's not that big. Anyway, bad yardage. His first putt about 12 feet by or 10 feet by, whatever it was, and then he winds up making it and saving me. So,
So I had the second
So
putt.
you still
It was
salvage
just
par?
inside.
So yeah, he salvaged
Wow,
par.
that's-
And
I had a long putt and I hit it about
that's
10.
love right there.
That really is.
Any other
man.
guy
so one
probably
mistake
missed it
after
just
all
so
these
you can-
years, and he still salvaged
Whoa,
par.
whoa.
Hey, I heard one mistake.
Hey, did he said one.
He said one.
One that
on the
he'll read
record.
it.
On the
He'll
record.
admit. He'll admit.
Yeah.
But I did call him out. I said, hey, I want you to read this, and this is, you better get
You
this
better
right.
read it right. Luckily, I guess right.
Yeah.
So you guys travel all over the world. You're big into pizza and wine. So what's your favorite city that you go to visit, or the best favorite city? But also, I want to hear your favorite pizza spot that you've been to.
Well, nowhere else in the world has got the entertainment that New York City has. The
Yeah.
museums, the plays, the Yankees, the Mets, the Giants, the Jets. If you're in hockey,
Yeah.
3 hockey teams. And my best favorite pizza is in New York City. Lazara's, Joe and Pat's, and John's of Bleecker. There's actually one that I was going to go to last night that's like 10 minutes from here. That's supposedly the best in New Jersey. I haven't been there yet, but I'm going to try to hit that tomorrow night.
Okay. I thought you were going to pull like a Michael Scott and tell me that Sbarro was your favorite spot in New York. I was waiting
The
for it.
McDonald's of pizza.
Yeah. So one question I want to ask you, given we're here with Liv, a lot of press is out there about players signing and big contracts, and then now like people coming into the broadcast. But I think one of the biggest storylines that I've personally heard, just being here at several events, is the caddy experience. Walk through that with me, like what that means to you and like your place in your career. You've been caddying now for over 30 years.
Yeah.
What's this Liv experience like for you, and how does it differentiate from?
To me, I mean, they treat us like players. It's amazing, from the first tournament. They fly us over, they pay for our hotel. You get off the airplane, there's a guy there waiting with your name. Get a shuttle to the shuttle to the hotel, check in, shuttle to the golf course and back. I rent a car because I like having my own car and go and get pizza places or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been amazing in the locker room with the players. We eat with the players. And if anything is a little off, they fix it. And so far, nothing's been off. So
Yeah.
it's really been an amazing experience. And, I can't say enough of what they've done for the guys. We were actually just talking to a couple of guys right now. And, I told them, I said, hey, if Liv asks you to do anything, please do it. Because what they're doing for us, we need to do what
100%.
give back.
Yeah.
It's not all about us. It's not all about the players. It's about making this a better product.
Yeah.
So,
All
and
the
it's-
caddies are very happy, and you
Yeah.
talk to them, and they're like, "I'm so happy my players here. and
Yeah.
I get to be a part of this." And the guys that are not here, the caddies are, are coming up to the Liv guys and like, "Hey man, how can we get my player?"
There's a
in?"
waiting list of
Oh, yeah.
caddies waiting for
Yeah,
bags.
and I'm going to be real honest. The money is amazing.
Yeah.
Of
course.
It's amazing. I mean, it's only going to get better.
He was supposed to retire.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to retire after this year.
No,
He told me
2
he
years.
told
I
me-
gave you 2 more
he
years.
told me no, I know that, but
Yeah.
he told me years back. He says, Kevin, I'm gonna caddy for 5 more years.
Yeah.
And then that timeline was 2 years more after this. But then I signed for 4 years with Liv.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll finish out your Liv contract.
Well, I got the
smart
Golf
man.
Saudi deal. He got me as well. So,
yeah, smart man.
everything is really good.
Smart
Yeah,
man. No, I'm
yeah.
happy for you guys. This
So
is
he
awesome.
extended 1 year.
Yeah.
Given that you guys have been together for over 10 years, kind of like a married couple, we'll play the Newlywed game. We'll ask 10 questions real quick.
Okay.
You give us your best answer of what you think it is.
Okay.
Let you know if you're right. So,
All right.
so what are you guys most likely to argue about?
We agree on a lot of things. We're a lot in common in many ways. Political views, golf views, significant other views. I mean, at times we argue on the golf course. I think that's about it.
That's where it's at. So
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
he says that going after a stupid shot.
Yeah.
Going
okay,
after
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So a little bit of a softball here, but if they could only choose one piece of food to eat the rest of their life, what would it be?
Kenny?
Yeah.
It'd be pizza and wine with no toppings.
Yeah.
Cheese, well done.
We got to give him one softball,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, all right. What would be Kenny's dream job, other than obviously the dream job he has now working with you? What would that be?
Being the president of the United States.
Wow.
Is that 1B?
That's 1B.
Okay,
1A
hold
was.
on, hold on. Don't say it. 1A. 1A with, okay. Does it involve golf?
Nope.
Damn.
It's sport.
Sport.
Sport related.
Baseball?
Nope.
No. What do I love more than anything, other than wine and cars?
Oh, what
Formula
about
One racing car.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe a Formula
Yeah,
One
I
racer.
literally watched that.
okay.
Obsessed.
This is recent.
It's not obsessed. It's like I watched
You watched the whole
the
series.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
series,
Yeah.
and then I just started it. You know, my uncle races cars and stuff, and my cousins race it. So it was like I started, and then I got it. You know,
Yeah.
the team formula, kind of like caddy and a player relationship. There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So I just fell in love with it, and I've always loved fast cars. I've got
Yeah.
3 Porsches. So yeah.
Well, maybe
and
when
a
you
beautiful.
retire-
Challenger.
And I said, and a beautiful blue,
Yeah.
maybe blue Challenger.
Yeah,
yeah.
the other story
That-
of Colonial with the
yeah,
gift that you got,
yeah.
which is awesome. Oh, maybe when you retire, you could be on the senior tour of F1, right?
Yeah, hopefully they have one.
All right, so what would be his go-to karaoke song?
Him?
Yeah.
The last time we were at karaoke, he sang Poker Face, which was awful.
Well, so his answer is, I don't sing, I know better.
Yeah.
I told him. We were literally
It's
in
the
Koreatown, and I said, dude, you don't want me to sing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was worst.
All right, so what's his favorite thing about himself?
Everything. He loves himself a lot.
He says, I'm almost never wrong.
He's
Which
never
is
wrong.
true.
Hey,
Well, once.
I'm trying.
That's
Yeah,
why I
one
said
time-
almost.
one time in
I said
14 years.
almost.
All right, what is the thing that Kenny most likely will end up in jail for?
Oh, I think if he saw someone being abusive to a child or a woman, or seeing something that's not right,
It's a good reason.
standing up and taking
Yeah.
control over it.
Somebody standing
It's a
on
good
our,
reason for anybody probably
standing on our flag would be another one.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't
Well,
watch.
he put speeding, so I
Yeah,
guess you have a
speeding,
lead
that was-
foot.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah,
Oh.
I like to go fast. But
How many tickets
Kevin
do you
was
got?
probably right on, because literally I couldn't. That's one thing I can't do.
Yeah.
Somebody abusing a child, somebody abusing a woman,
Yeah.
and then, or
You
I'm
can get away
I'm
with
very
speeding.
patriotic.
You can
Yeah,
get
I
away with
know. I
speeding.
get away with a lot. I haven't had tickets in a while.
He's got a radar detector.
Front
Yeah.
and back.
You're giving all his tricks away, so
Yeah.
be careful, man. We don't want to jinx you here to get a ticket here. All right, who's the better driver?
He is, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that right.
It's not the stereotype reason, but
No,
I wasn't gonna go there, man.
I didn't either.
Well, the thing is, when we're together, I never drive.
Yeah.
He always drives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
You have a
always-
Lambo, right? So you,
I
you
do.
drive fast?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But
You
only in straightaways. I don't get
Okay.
ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what celebrity would Kenny want to be bunked up with on a desert island?
I'd say Brad Pitt.
Wow.
Hey, man.
I mean,
Halle Berry's a close second.
Halle Berry. I've always had a crush on her. Oh my god.
Space just went right. I was
Oh.
like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
All right. Last but not least, what's Kenny's biggest fear?
I don't know. You got to give me some hint.
Well, the fact that you're drawing a blank is right because he says he doesn't have any fears. So he's like the spokesperson for
yeah.
the old no fear gear.
Oh, jeez.
Man,
Well, I mean, yeah.
You know what? He.
It would be losing a family member,
yeah.
or a
It'll be
friend,
lost or something like that. Yeah.
something a loss.
He's
but
actually not scared of death either.
I'm not scared of death.
Yeah.
Just
So-
I'm a firm believer in. Man
happens,
upstairs got a
Yeah.
plan for us, and
Yeah.
if somebody does die, it's somebody
It's their
wanted them
time.
up there. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, guys, appreciate you. We'll come follow around and practice round. You guys prepare for the tournament. Good luck this week. It's always
Travis.
a pleasure to catch up
Do you
with
know
you guys.
Brad Pitt's number?
I'll get it for you, dude.
Thanks, man. I know you will.